Hi, legends. Lazy Sunday afternoon stream here, all the way from South Africa. Currently 2:30 in the afternoon, Central European time. Welcome to the live stream. And I see, oh my word, I take a break on a Friday. And I see this pumpy action over the Saturday, and it just continues here on the Sunday, and it's just ripping, keep on continuously ripping here to the upside. Is Bitcoin unstoppable, and are we going to get that guard candle here to the upside? Or perhaps see a deeper correction, right? At least to the downside, we have some levels of confluence. We have Fibonacci levels, we have daily levels, we have weekly levels, we have point of controls. But to the upside, there's nothing, right? There's nothing. The only thing we do have here to the upside is fib extensions, okay? From measuring the previous wave to try and figure out, well, where can the next wave go to, okay? To get those potential rejections, the little bit of a consolidation, and then the breakouts here to the upside. I think at the moment for me, altcoins are becoming very juicy to trade because we still have a lot of data. To the left, okay, so we will go during this live stream, we will go look at some Bitcoin analysis over here. We'll go dive into some altcoins. Please let me know in the comments, if you'd like me to go and do some analysis on one of your favorite altcoins. Let's keep it relaxed. Let's keep it chilled. Let's get the conversation going. If you have any questions, let me know. I did take a little bit of a break on Friday. Although I still did an update to our Legends Pro community and did some admin work, I decided not to do a live stream. I just really needed a break. The week has been really hectic, but I'm back, okay? At least my spot bags did not take a break, okay? While I was relaxing, I just saw all the altcoins explode here to the upside. So my spot bags that I've been buying up the dips, okay, is now paying off. The rewards are starting to pay off, but I believe that this is only the start. I believe that there are still higher momentum to come. And remember, nothing just goes up in a straight line, okay? We are going to see pullbacks along the way. But from what I'm seeing here at the moment, and the dominance, guys, like ladies and gentlemen, do you see why the altcoins has been going absolutely crazy to the upside? Dominance just literally at 60.57% stopped in its tracks, and this little dump, okay, here to the downside, gave us this massive momentum and money flowing back into the old ecosystem. And the one thing that we have to remember is that nothing goes down in a straight line, okay? Everything moves in waves, right? So even with this little dump here to the downside, we could still get a relief from a dominance perspective, which is going to pull back the altcoins, and then we can continue the dump back to the downside. And it's during these upwards momentums from a dominance perspective, okay, that you need to pay attention. If you've missed the breakouts, you did not load up in your spot bags, you missed the party, right? You need to look for the bounces, because that could potentially provide you with a second or even a third chance to potentially get back into the market. Ooh, but it's absolutely insane, legends. I mean, we've been waiting, okay, for so long. We've been waiting since 28 Feb, okay? We've been waiting since 28 Feb to leave this range, okay? No, we're going to $40,000. We're going to $30,000. Some people called for $10,000. No, it's a bearish pennant, okay? We made the low, and I remember, I will go and pull out those live streams if I have to, but I remember during many, many live streams, I said, guys, when we were trading over here, I said, I think if you had to put a gun to my head, Default, is the low in? I said, yes, I believe that the low is in right over here. This is also, with this week to the downside, that is also where I filled up some of my altcoin bags. Like Link, I think I bought ETH, I bought some XRP, believe it or not, yes, I did. And a couple of other altcoins. AVAX, I think, was on the list as well. Doge was on the list. But there's a couple of altcoins that I bought here on the 5th. Was it the 5th of August? Yes, the 5th of August. Oh, I bought some Fetch. Right, I have a list that I bought and currently nicely in the profit. AR, Filecoin. Ooh, I did some aggressive shopping during that day. It felt extremely uncomfortable. No one wanted to buy. When we were trading down here, everyone believed, okay? And the comments during the live streams, we're going to $30,000, we're going to $40,000, right? And then I don't know if you guys remember, I'll go through the comments in a second, okay? Because those of you that's been following me for a while, you'll know exactly what I've been talking about, okay? I said, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The bullish structure has failed us. We claimed the low. And I said 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Beautiful bullish structure here to the upside. Okay. And then it failed us again. And then when we made this stupid three-wave structure here to the upside, what did I say, guys? I can't help but think, because the bullish structures has failed us in the past, that the damn bearish looking structure, which looks terribly like a 1, 2, 3 wave structure, is going to create the all-time high. And right, I mean, from the 5th of August to where we are now, it's been a couple of months, but I mean, now we are at all-time highs. We are at $80,000. And this damn bearish looking structure was the one that got us there. Because this bearish looking structure, from an Elliot wave perspective, a lot of people said it's a three-wave structure. We cannot continue to the upside. We're going to make another low. This thing is going to be a 1, 2, 3, WXY, ABC, whatever you want to call it from a corrective perspective, and it's going to take the low. And it didn't, right? It just didn't. So I remember speaking about this a couple of times, and this is also why I was aggressive with my spot bags over here. I didn't know, right? It's fine to look back now and say, I told you so. No, I was even unsure myself over here. But the one thing I remember saying is, guys, I think that the bearish looking structure is going to give us the all-time high. Something is going to happen because the bullish structures has failed us. Every time we get a beautiful 5-wave structure, or even a double 1-2 combo here to the upside, which is this is an insane bullish structure. You want to see the higher low for continuation to the upside. So I can't help but wonder, once we made this 3-wave structure and we came down here with insane bullish CVD against this pivot and this pivot, we bounced perfectly on the 786 Fibonacci retracement. Couldn't help but wonder if the bearish structure, okay, is going to be the one that's going to save Bitcoin here to the upside, right? The most confusing structure that looks bearish is the one that created the all-time high. And it looks like a triple 1-2 or even a series of nested 1-2 combos here to the upside. Okay. Right, legends, let's analyze the price of Bitcoin. Smash up the like. Here on a lazy Sunday afternoon, here to bring you the alpha, currently getting a little bit of a rejection over here. There's that psychological number of $80,000, currently getting a little bit of a consolidation. And I'll also share with you one of the simplest strategies that I still use today to make insane gains to the upside, especially when price is in discovery mode. You have no more daily levels, weekly levels, point of controls, okay? And this strategy I also apply to the altcoins, because boy, oh boy, have they just been popping and popping and popping here to the upside. Let me go through some comments and then we can continue. But I mean, legends, just look at this from a simplicity perspective, okay? Imagine this is the 5-minute time frame for a second. Okay, beautiful break of trend. You came back for a retest, and now we find a continuation here to the upside. Claimed the high, and potentially we're even going to higher levels. Right now, what you want to do is you want to flip the highs into support, not lose it, and continue momentum here to the upside. So these highs now need to hold. Okay, $73,000, let's call it $74,000 now needs to hold as support. But it's not to say that it can't wick below. So if price, okay, just sticking here to the higher time frame, if price had to come down here, let's draw a box, because usually boxes for the larger time frames works better. And I would say let's do the box from that pivot over there. I would say that is the box that needs to hold, and it is quite a large zone when you look at it, but I mean, you can see how price has respected this zone. You dip into it, you reject. You dip, reject, reject every single time. And I'm connecting it to this little pivot over here because that was the lowest point where we rejected, and then this was the highest point. So quite a big area, which I should actually make green because it's now support, that price of Bitcoin needs to hold. So if Bitcoin decides to do a little bit of a deeper correction here to the downside, because I can just imagine how many people has now FOMO'd into Bitcoin with high leverage positions. So if Bitcoin had to make a correction here to the downside, this is the box and the zone that needs to hold. And then we have some momentum trend lines that we can track to the upside, okay? Connecting this pivot against this pivot, very steep uptrend yet at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin comes down, finds support, and continues the grind back to the upside. So we can now track the momentum to the upside using very simple technical analysis, just tracking the momentum with trends. Okay, beautiful. I mean, how simple can trading get, right? Especially here on the larger time frames. And then we have a secondary trend. If I zoom into this structure, purely just from a trend line perspective, let me just do that. That is the trend. Okay, we have connecting this low against this low. If we lose this trend for whatever reason, I do expect a bounce, but if you create that lower high, you lose the trend, then you want to bounce over here inside the green box for continuation to the upside, where we will track the momentum and once again play the breakout. It's as simple as that. It really is as simple as that. And I will show you guys on the smaller time frames how many successful trades there was here to the upside, especially when you are in a trending market. Boys and girls, this is a trending market. We have left the consolidation. This was a consolidation. We have left the consolidation. We are now back in a trending market. This is a trending market. You do still get consolidations inside the trending markets, and this is where you need to pay attention. Okay, so we're waiting for a larger consolidation like this to make an ultimate trading decision, perhaps load up the spot bags if you didn't get into the market. And that's where we track the momentum here to the upside. So we are now currently in a trending market, and inside a trending market is usually where I apply a different trading strategy. Okay, now let's go through some beautiful comments. How many people have we got? 131 people joining here on a lazy Sunday afternoon. Let's go. All the diehards are here. XRP army in the house. Mr. Crypto Big Brains. Yes, you guys can see. Can you see my tabs here on top? I have been analyzing XRP. I'm very happy with my bags here by the up and by the way here to the upside. Okay. I've got my Elliot wave scenarios and you know, look at where XRP is heading. Okay. I mean, I know I'm jumping around. It wants to kiss this trend. It's either going to reject and give us that consolidation like it did over here. Okay, give us the bull flag and pop out. And I think this pop is going to be a decent pop to the upside. Or perhaps it's going to reject, create a higher low, and then give us the breakout. If not, just break out directly from where it is right now. But I mean, I've got my spot bags. This is where I bought XRP. Okay, so I'm just enjoying the momentum here to the upside. For me, XRP is not a great day trading coin because it has these ugly wicks to the up and to the downside, and more often than not, stopping you out, and then the trade does exactly what you wanted it to do as well. So, you know, it's not really a leverage trade for me, XRP, but I think from maybe from a 2x perspective, maybe, or a spot perspective, even much better. Yes, there are trading opportunities here on XRP. Okay, so we can jump through some XRP over here. We can look at AR. Ooh, that's where I bought AR on Thursday. This is Thursday. I bought AR over here. Mina protocol absolutely ripping here to the upside. ADA ripping to the upside. Dogecoin, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. If there are any pro community members over here, this was the trade, okay, that we spoke about last week. We spoke about this trade on Thursday. And there was even little breakouts here to the upside. But this was the trading setup, okay? This is what you've been waiting for, okay? Even if you played the breakout over here and you had your stop where we said we're going to put our stop loss where you would not have been stopped out, you would have now claimed the high and even gone to much higher levels. And this was an insane trade. Yes, it was choppy, it was boring, it was nerve-wracking because everyone, when they play a trade, okay, when people play a breakout, what they usually expect is for price to do that. It doesn't always happen. You have to stick to your trading plan and let it play out. And it can take a couple of days. And I mean, we only took the highs here. When was this? Today or this morning, early this morning at 2:45 in the morning. That's when the trade played out. So it took 4 days or 3 days for this trade to play out. But there was even trades inside of this trade. Okay. This was where I loaded up some more on Doge. Okay. If you missed the breakout, not an easy breakout, it grinded against the trend, but guess what? Okay, there was another trend over there where it grinded against the trend, it broke out. But even if I take that trend out the way, okay, this was the breakout that I was waiting for on Doge. Okay. You play the breakout, you take profits by the highs, or you could potentially add to your position, tighten up your stop loss, whichever way you prefer. But I mean, I just, I have my ruler over here. This was an insane 13, let's call it almost 14% trade here to the upside. So if you just let this trade play out, okay, the 3 W's, do you guys know the 3 W's? W, W, W. Where am I going to put my stop loss? Why am I entering the trade? And where am I going to take profits? If you followed these 3 rules, you would now have a 13% trade in the bag. And if you applied some leverage to it, you can just multiply that 13 by the amount of leverage. And I did see that there were some of the legends in the pro community that said, thanks, 𝗬𝗍𝘆, we took profits. Well done. Trade played out. So if you stuck to your guns, you stuck to your plan, you would now have profits in the bag. Oh, absolute insane trade here from Doge. Okay, let's go back here onto the price of Bitcoin. I do see a little bit of a rejection. Okay, not sure if there's any bullish CVD. The one thing that I can tell you guys is as long as price is trending in a certain direction, remember this, okay? On CVD is way more powerful from a directional bias perspective. What do I mean by that? If price, or not if, when price is trending to the upside, it is always better to look for bullish CVD. Okay, don't try and short the price the whole time if price is pumping to the upside. Okay, if you're a person trying to look for shorts, that's all you're doing. You're trying to catch the tops the whole time. I can most certainly guarantee you that you're burning big holes in your account. You have to at some point acknowledge price is moving up. It is better for me to look for longs. If I'm going to consistently try and catch the tops over here, I'm going to be stopped out multiple times with small little profits to the downside and potentially burn a big hole in my account. It's always better to look for longs, especially if you have such aggressive momentum to the upside. Okay, and I can even see here, boy, oh boy. Can you guys see? Let me go on to the 15-minute time frame. The CVD was just, I mean, people were just aggressively buying up the dips over here. You can see it, okay? Smart money was buying up the dips. When I look at CVD, you can see here price is moving up, okay? Higher lows. You have a low over here. You have a low over here. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And ironically, when we made this little low, you guys can see CVD between all of these lows over here just kept on falling to the downside. Aggressive bullish CVD building up. And this momentum to the downside tells me that smart money is buying up the dips. Even though you are uptrending, CVD is falling to the downside, which tells me dumb money or retail money is trying to short the entire time, while smart money is saying, no, we want to go higher. So they kept on absorbing the shorts. This is smart money absorbing the shorts, okay? Basically, that's what it, well, not basically, that's what it means. CVD moves down. Where's my pen? CVD moves down, price goes up, smart money is buying. Okay, so you need to decide, do you want to trade with smart money or do you want to trade against smart money? Right, now the interesting thing is, what do we see more locally? So I like to look at CVD on the 5-minute and 3-minute time frame. That is my favorite time frame, because when price starts consolidating like it is doing at the moment, do I spot weakness? Do I spot strength to the upside? And at the moment, let's have a look over here. Very neutral. I did see some bearish CVD forming over here. Okay, but I mean, it's irrelevant now. Between this pivot and this pivot, you guys can see bearish CVD. Okay, but that's why I'm saying, guys, you CVD, you have to look for CVD in the buyer in the direction of which price action is going. It's more powerful. If price action is grinding and shooting to the upside, it is in your best interest to look for bullish CVDs to get into that long. If price is falling to the downside, it is in your best interest to look for bearish CVD. Because if you are in such a strong uptrend to the upside and you are continuously looking for shorts, oh, there's bearish CVD, I'm going to short the crap out of this thing and we're going to fall down here. And we create a higher low and we form bullish CVD against those two pivots. Can you guys see? Bullish CVD takes priority because in the direction of the trend. Interesting. Okay, let me go through some comments and then we can see, well, for the moment, I don't see any weakness just as yet. Okay, it looks like price can potentially still pump here to the upside. And before I go through the comments, what I'm seeing here at the moment, this is where I'm interested in now. I want to see what's going to happen here. I don't see any weakness, which tells me price could potentially still continue. Until there's weakness, then maybe you make the lower high, you can turn around, maybe there's bullish CVD again, you go back up and you just continue forming the range over here. Right, let's go back here onto the price of Bitcoin and say hi to the beautiful community, Crypto Big Brains. Great advice, Devil. Longs are the way. Yes, I mean, I'm sure everyone has heard the trend is your friend until the very end. And at the moment, it actually does not matter where price is going to stop and start correcting. We are still in an uptrend. It is still in your best interest to look for longs. Okay. If you look at Bitcoin here at the moment, you have a low, you have a high. Then you have a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher low, higher high. So the trend is still up. It's in your best interest to wait for pullbacks and try and look for longs to the upside. Yes, at some point we are going to get a deeper correction, but we don't know when that point's going to be. So it's still in your best interest to look for longs, especially when you spot bullish CVD. Boy, oh boy, I mean, look at, okay, and this is why it's so important to trade with the trend, because I can guarantee you people only watching CVD for weakness, if they saw this weakness over here, okay, on yellow, CVD making a higher high, right? They would have said, okay, there's weakness. I think we're going back down. But you have to remember the bigger trend is to the upside. And look at this small little bullish CVD that formed between these two pivots. Okay, which trade was the most successful? That's what it boils down to. Was this trade successful by trying to look for weakness in an uptrend? Or was this trade successful by trying to look for strength to the upside because the trend is to the upside? Look at how beautifully this bullish CVD played out. It claimed the high and it claimed this high over here. So looking for longs in an uptrend is way more profitable than trying to look for shorts. And then you have this little dump, okay? And then price stops you out either at break even or at a loss. And I do know that we do have some very experienced traders inside of our Legends Pro community that would most likely, if they did enter the short over here, taken profits, protected position, and gotten stopped out with profits in the bag, because we do that all the time. Okay, it does come with experience. Right. I mean, I keep on distracting myself. Let's go through the comments. Legends, let's go through the comments. ETH, please. Yes, I will go do some analysis on ETH. I've already spoken about Doge. Let's just bring up ETH here at the moment before I forget, and I will just leave it on here for now. Go on to the 4-hour time frame. Oof. Man, oh man, okay, it's just exploding. I hope you guys have been accumulating. I hope I hope your spot bags are in at least, okay? From a day trading perspective, we don't care, right? We wait for consolidations, we play the breakouts to the upside, we know where to take profits, we know where to enter. It is a completely different ball game, day trading, these little breakouts. But I hope you got your spot bags. Okay. Mr. 𝗬𝗏𝗍𝗿, how to set up multiple CVDs in AGGR. You need to go and join our free Discord community, and then we will share the template with you. Right, and then inside the pro community, I just want to show everyone here down in the description of this YouTube video. You click on more to open up the description. First link down in the description is where you join our Discord community. Inside of the free Discord community, I really don't mind sharing the template that you can import into AGGR. I also have the site, yes, the CVD site. You import the script, which I'll share with you inside of Discord. I have no way of sharing templates with you here on YouTube. So you need to join our Legends Discord community. Okay. And then one of the mods or one of the people or the community members or myself will share the template with you. It should be pinned if I'm not mistaken. If it's not, I'll go and sort that out. And then you will have the 3 lines. Okay, it's as simple as that. And it's Mr. SGS inside of our Legends Pro community enhanced the CVD indicator here for us to have the 3 lines, which is basically the blue is Bybit USDT, the yellow is Bybit USD, and the others is all other exchanges combined. And between these 3 lines, you can make pretty good sense of what's going on in the market. Okay, are you trading against smart money or are you trading with smart money? That is basically what this indicator boils down to. What I also like about this indicator, it's a real-time indicator. As price is moving, I can see who is shorting and who is longing. Meaning, is it smart money absorbing longs or shorts, or retail money trying to push price up or to the downside? CVD shows you the weakness and the strength in real time. And this is the only indicator that I use. And there are even some times where I don't even look at this indicator and I purely just trade price action. But this is the only indicator that I trust, and it's around about 74% accurate. Ooh, Mr. ETH here to the upside. Absolute insane. Short. Making money. ADA. Making money. Okay. Can you check Atom? Yes, we can go through that. How to set up CVD. We will let you know in the Discord how to set it up. Okay. ADA. What is Mr. ADA? Everyone shouting here for Mr. ADA. Okay, what is ADA doing? We can go through the list. Legends, I have a long list here of altcoins that has Mina, it has Sui, it has Phantom, it has ADA, it has DOT, it has Link. The H, I mean, you guys can see the list over here. Okay, it's behind my fat head. Okay, but you guys can see the list. Let me do this. Right? If you're thinking about an alt and it's in the list, I'm most likely going to talk about it. If not today, during the week. Okay, but let's have a look here at ADA. Ooh, my word. Just bring my fat head back here. I mean, wow, we've been talking about ADA for so long, right? It's just smashed the 0.618. I mean, guys, I've been talking about ADA. You guys can see how long I've been analyzing it. Inside of this, let me just make sure I'm on the, I think I analyzed ADA here on the logarithmic scale, but this is when we were still trading over here. When we were trading over here, I just, pointed out to everyone, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. And then here, for the first time, we're starting to change market structure. We have created a higher low and we have created a higher high, which increases the probabilities that you need to keep this low, not take this low, and we are potentially going to break this trend and this trend to the upside. And OMG, I mean, it's just not stopping. This is absolutely insane. I mean, you can't FOMO in now, right? If you have a strategy to FOMO into trades, by all means. Okay, I don't FOMO. I bought my spot bag of ADA over here. So I'm enjoying the momentum here to the upside. I'm currently getting a rejection here by the 786 when I take a fib from the high to the low. Okay, that's where we're currently getting a little bit of a reaction. I won't even call it a rejection. We're getting a little bit of reaction. And on the smaller time frames, it's most likely going to build up a little consolidation. And if you're lucky enough, you can play the breakout. Okay, because there's been many breakouts here to the upside on Mr. ADA. If I go onto the 1 hour time frame, ooh, I mean, you guys can see, okay, using the D-line strategy, can actually take some of these alarms off. I don't need them anymore because I've already, used them. Right. Breakout, you claim the high. Bam. If you miss the breakout, there was another breakout. You claim the high. Okay. If you missed this breakout, guess what? There was another breakout. And there was another breakout, which I didn't play. But here was another breakout, which I did play, but I took already most of the profits. Okay. But this is just from a day trading perspective. Remember, there's a big difference between my spot bags and my trading bags. Trading bags are I get in, I get out, take my profits, I look for the next trade, right? This was a trade. This was not a I just buy and hope for the best type of trade from a spot bag perspective. Oof, but I mean, wow, there was a breakout over here. And now what you have to wait for, okay, you have to wait for consolidation. Price is pumping. It's getting a rejection here by the 786, but you need to wait for consolidation. And maybe, just maybe, you get another breakout, stop below the low, you target the high, you leave some of the position open to go and claim the highs once again. So, I mean, not much else to be said here on ADA. It is pumping, okay? People want me to look at coins that are pumping at the moment. And all I can tell you is when I see a dildo to the upside, where's my... There's nothing you can do, right? I don't FOMO into trades because I don't want to be that person that sees this godly candles here to the upside. I start FOMOing into a trade and it starts reversing. It makes a deeper correction. You deep underwater, you cash out when you're too deep in a loss, or maybe your account gets liquidated and then it breaks out. I'm very patient. When I see this candles to the upside, I wait for that, okay, on the smaller time frames. So for ADA, all you can do, for all I can do now as a trader is wait. I don't FOMO into a trade. I'm now going to wait to see what happens over here. So well done to ADA. That's absolutely rampaged here to the upside. But what this means for me now is I need to wait and look at another altcoin for potential trade. Okay, I mean, absolutely ripping. ETH, man, right? There was a bullish and a bearish case scenario. We broke the triangle, this little triangle that we were forming over here. Bear flag, some people called it a bear flag, and I said, yes, there's a possibility to come and claim the low, but we just have to see which way we're going to break out. And then we broke to the upside, and there was many momentums that you could have played to catch the momentum to the upside from a day trading perspective. I did catch some of them, not all of them. Right, so when I go onto the 15-minute time frame, just zooming to this price action on ETH, right? I mean, here was the trend that broke here to the downside. Can you guys see how powerful the D-line strategy is? I didn't forget to sub this time, bro. Bimmy, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Claude, sorry, Yippee and Scotland is going to get a hiding. Polkadot, please. Yes, I'll go through DOT in a moment. I'll go through Atom. I know you guys wanted to look at ADA, but you know, when a price is pumping to the upside, there's nothing you can do as a trader unless you have a FOMO strategy, okay? I do not catch rockets and I do not catch falling knives unless there's a strategy behind it. Like on Bitcoin, Fibonacci levels, 1.618 levels, that's where I'll have an attempt. I do not attempt Fibonacci levels and SFP levels on altcoins because they don't respect them, okay? I've burned my fingers a lot of times. For example, if I had to use a 1.618 level on Bitcoin. So let's say, for example, I measure this wave here to the upside, okay? Many times on Bitcoin, I will use these FIB levels as SFP lines. I do not do it on altcoins because they don't respect them. They respect them to an extent, but they get massive weeks to the upside and massive weeks to the downside. It's almost like they're first making sure that they stop out all the longs and the shorts, and then price gets the momentum that it needs to go into at the end of the day. Right, so absolute crazy year to the upside. But what I wanted to show you guys here on ETH, I mean, I actually sometimes feel stupid for pointing these things out, but I guess it's just stupid to me because I've used the strategy for so long. And maybe the more I show you, the more you'll have that aha moment in terms of, wow, actually it does work. I just need to pay attention. I need to stick to my plan. I need to enter with good risk management. I need to take profits. I need to know where to put my stop loss. But here you guys can see, I mean, breakout, you claim the high, tick, successful trade. Here at the tippy bottom, you know, here at $2,400. And then as price grinded here to the upside, there was a couple of more breakouts, okay? I like to play breakouts when the price action makes sense to me. While ETH, I can tell you guys now, while ETH was doing this, I left it alone. I think I even told the pro community I'm not interested. While any altcoin does this, I am not interested. It's just grinding, 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 grinding. It's not giving me the price action that I can apply my strategy to. I wait for this and I wait for this. So if I see this on any coin, I go look for something else because there's much better things to trade than to try and make sense of price action that doesn't tell you what is going on. It was just a grind to the upside, no beautiful breakouts, don't know where to put your stop loss. But then when that happened, I was like, okay, that's better. You have a beautiful trend on the smaller time frames, 5-minute time frame. You play the breakout and then you broke the massive trend here to the upside again. You missed all of this. Okay, here was a beautiful trend that formed. Beautiful. Stop. You take profits by the highs. You enter at the breakout. Take profit by the highs. Okay, this one. Well, if you put your stop loss, if you gave your stop loss a little bit of room, you would have still had a successful breakout. But even if you missed this trade, there was another one right over here. I really like these ones, and there's many examples that I can show with you, that I can share with you guys, where on Doge, for example, okay, where a coin breaks out and it grinds against the trend and then it breaks out again. I usually track that momentum. I did that on Dogecoin. Right, but I mean, it's just exploding here to the upside now. So where ETH is at the moment, I don't have any clear price action to show me the direction, okay? So I'm going to be a little bit patient here with ETH, because the last trend that you could have played the breakout was this one. Now you have to wait. There's no clear trend at the moment. So, you know, you have to decide, and you need to know what is the difference between spot bags, investment, and trading. Big difference. Okay, a lot of people jump here onto the stream because they've missed all the breakouts and the price action here to the upside. They have not filled their spot bags, and they are now deciding whether it's a good time to buy their altcoins and just hold on to it. Okay, so you can decide to trade the momentum, or if you want to invest, you buy the dips. You don't buy green candles here to the upside. You wait for pullback, right? You have to wait for pullbacks. There was your buying opportunities. These are your buying opportunities. Even if price fell back down, that's another buying opportunity. I bought ETH here. This is where I bought ETH on the 5th of August. Told you guys, when we had that bloodbath on Monday, I bought a lot of altcoins. It felt extremely uncomfortable, but that is my strategy. I have to buy when there's a dip. I cannot buy this. I did not buy there, but I bought again a little bit over here, okay? Especially on ETH. And then I stopped. I didn't buy anything anymore. But I mean, if you kept on buying the dips where it's uncomfortable, where it's very uncomfortable to buy, right? You will be smiling here at the moment. And with some of my altcoins, I can, you know, share with you guys, I even bought these dips. I bought these dips, right? And I was like deeply underwater. I was deep underwater over here, but then I bought this dip and it dragged my entry down. Now I'm in profits. Okay, but you just buy the dips. It's the best strategy. I cannot buy these dildos to the upside because you're going to end up buying the tops the whole time. Right, so you need to decide, do you want to day trade? Because a day trade means you don't care where price is at the moment. All you want is volatility. You don't care if Bitcoin is at $1 million. You don't care if Bitcoin is at $10,000. A day trader just wants price action with volatility that you can trade either to the upside or to the downside. An investor buys the dips and leaves the bags for higher levels. Right, legends. Also remember, down in the description, if you'd like to come and trade with me here on Blofin, okay? We also have, the link is not working. I will go and sort that out in a moment. No KYC option here on Blofin. And there's also a competition running. I'll go sort out this link in a moment. You guys know the World Series of Trading on Bybit. There's now a similar competition running here on Blofin at the moment. So I've decided I'm going to transfer some more money into my Blofin account, and I'm going to go and trade that competition. For some reason, I think I pasted the link incorrectly here into the description. So I will go fix that in a moment. And then let's go and register and take part in the competition. Okay, I'm not sure if I'll be able to fix that link right now because I closed those things, but I will definitely fix it here after the live stream. As soon as I'm done over here, I will go fix this link over here. Right, I want to go take part in that competition. I'm going to trade the crap out of the altcoins, legends. You don't understand how much money I made during the previous bull cycle, not because I bought the bottoms from an investment perspective, but because I traded the volatility, and it is a lot easier to trade to the upside. For most people, especially if you are a successful day trader and you've done this for a long time, trading momentum to the upside is almost like child's play, okay? It just continues to break up, and you can use various trading strategies, like some people trade the RSIs, MACDs, moving averages. You need to find the trading strategy that works for you. I'm simply sharing with everyone over here the trading strategy that I've used during the previous bull cycle and even today, okay? The D-line strategy that has made me insane gains to the upside, especially during the previous bull cycle. Okay, Sunday Devil stream. It's a great day. Nags, welcome to the live stream. Mr. Goldstar, welcome. Like Smash, looking forward to the alpha. Welcome. Upside, I'm dying. I cannot buy this dildos to the upside. Yes, I mean, legends. I mean, there's all, you look at ADA over here, and then here's Devil on the live stream saying, I'm not going to buy this, right? And then it goes another 20 or 30%. It's just, let me tell you guys now, why can I buy? Why will I not buy it over here? Is because I don't know where to put my stop loss. If I, from a day trading perspective, cannot answer the 3 W's, where am I going to put my stop loss? Why am I entering the trade? And where do I plan to take profits? From a day trading perspective, if I cannot answer the 3 W's, I do not enter. I don't care how long the dildo is here to the upside. I wait. The days for me to FOMO into a trade is long gone, because that's how I lost money in the past. That is how I burned some of my accounts. Okay, I make a bag of popcorn and I just watch the price action, and that's what you do. I do have a spot bag, so I'm enjoying the momentum here to the upside from a spot bag perspective. But from a day trading perspective, you go into the smaller time frames and you say, right, okay, we are getting a pullback. I'm going to wait for a consolidation. I want to see this. Okay. I mean, there was also a nice little breakout. Not the cleanest trend, but maybe it looks better here on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, this is what I want to see. I want to see something similar to this, where I can apply a trading strategy to it. You break the trend. I know where to put my stop loss. Okay, so even if you played this one over here, you play the break. Even if you play this breakout over here, you're targeting the highs and even higher from, there's a more advanced method that I do use for higher profit taking areas. I will discuss that during Back to the Future 2. You apply your risk management. and you take profits by the highs, you leave some of the position open for higher levels. So this is basically, legends, this is basically what I'm waiting for over. Yeah, I'm patient. Okay, you now have to sit on your hands, not FOMO into the trade, because if you saw the green candle here to the upside on ADA and you were lucky enough to buy the top, which a lot of inexperienced traders will do here at the moment, you're now underwater, you're now stressing. Crap, it looked like it was just going, not turning around, and now I am 5%, 4% underwater, times the leverage that you've used as well. That's why I don't FOMO into trades. So potentially, okay, it's still very young. The price action is still very young here at the moment. That looks a little bit steep. I would prefer a trend like this. So maybe we'll get lucky, okay, on ADA. And if it's not ADA, I'll go look for another coin that does show me the price action that I like. Maybe it does this and it breaks out. Then you know where to put your stop loss, you know where to take profits, and you know why you are entering the trade. Right, cool. Let's go back here onto the price of Bitcoin. What I wanted to do over here, I mean, I've purely just discussed Bitcoin here on the larger time frames, but for those of you, we are all Bitcoin maxis. Most of us are Bitcoin maxis. I do still most of my trading on Bitcoin, and when I just take the scribble here out the way, I can just hide the support box, go into the 15-minute time frame. Well, you think the D-line strategy only works on altcoins? Wrong. Woo. I think every single one of these trades were highlighted in our Legends Discord Pro community. Every single one of them. And they all played out. Okay. We spoke about this one. Took the high. We spoke about this one. Took the high. We spoke about this one. Took the high. And I'm not sure if I spoke about this one, Legends. I can't remember, but I'm sure I did because it's such a beautiful D line. Took the high. Absolute insane, right? It's just 1, 2, 3, 4 successful trades in the bags. Even if you just entered the breakout and you closed your position at the highs, you would now have 4 successful trades in the bag, not being stopped out once. Continuous bullish CVD building up against these pivots, and then wow, all of a sudden you get this candle out of nowhere on a Sunday of all days. I didn't expect this candle to happen. Well, early this morning, 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock early this morning, this explosion here to the upside, and then you can get a little bit sneaky. Okay, it just depends on how much time you have on your hands. You see the breakout, you're not confident. It looks like price gets acceptance back inside the trend. You're like, oh crap, what's going on? Guess what? You can trade the breakout over there, or you can trade the breakout over there. Again, you can track the momentum. Okay, but there was a couple of breakouts. Oh, I mean, this one was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful break of trend over there. You miss this. If you missed this and you missed this, there's another opportunity. Now, while price is pumping here to the upside, you have to sit on your hands, okay? Very, very steep trend. I'm not sure if I don't know if I would have gotten into this. I don't like steep trends like this. I would have most probably played that breakout. I like 45 degrees, more or less trends. And where price is at the moment, okay, it has bounced. Okay, it's already taken the highs, but it's broken out. And now this looks like a beautiful retest. Okay, I don't see any weakness just as yet. Let me just refresh this. No weakness just as yet. I can tell you guys now that if CVD, okay, as price is moving here to the upside, and CVD on blue did this, okay, higher high. Yellow did this, higher high. White did this, higher high, and lower high on price action. I would have said, okay, this looks like a sign of weakness. We have a chance to come and claim the lows. There's no weakness at the moment. So momentum can just continue here to the upside. Right. So I wish I could share a trading opportunity at the moment with you guys, but where price is at the moment, there's just no trade to be taken. Okay. The only trade that was still left here on the cards is you play the breakout, the retest, and that is the trade with a relatively stop loss above the recent low over here, which you did not take. And I'm sure there was some bullish CVD, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was actually very neutral. Let me go through some more comments. I know everyone wants me to look at their favorite altcoin. I know someone asked for ADA, which we've gone through. Someone asked for ETH, which we've gone through. Someone asked for Atom. Okay. I have a nice spot bag of Atom. I'm still a believer in Atom. A lot of, ooh, my word, 12% today, Mr. Atom. Okay, altcoins are waking up, guys. Altcoins are waking up. I've read comments of people saying Atom is dead. It's left, you know, there's no more life left in Atom. And then, wow. Okay, compared to where ADA and some of the altcoins are already, I think that there is still a lot of room for Atom to shoot here to the upside. Okay. I mean, look at where Atom is here. It's had this bullish flag where it broke out, okay, in a WXY corrective structure. It has broken out of this trend over here, and it can still, I don't even think, I think the first major target, the first zone that I see Atom stop is, I want to go to the weekly time frame. It's usually easy for me to identify a clear profit taking area from a spot perspective on the weekly time frame. And the first area of major resistance that I see here on Atom is this pivot, which is kind of in the middle of nowhere, because it's not touching a critical fib, but this is the pivot, okay, where we could see a deeper correction to the downside. And when I say deeper correction, I think the low is in based on the structure that I see over here. Okay, so when I say you could potentially tap this area, I mean you form a higher low and then you continue. You tap this rejection area, you can have a consolidation and again form a higher low and continue. Like you form waves over here. Okay, you're going to go up in waves. Nothing just goes up in a straight line. So, I mean, ADA still has potential here from the short term, from a short term perspective to round about, which is still a 30% away, but I would say $7. Okay, I would expect a little bit of a reaction from Atom here at $7. Okay, this pivot over here as the first resistance zone. And then a little bit further up, this pivot over here, which is still 77% away from a spot bag perspective. Okay, we might get a little reaction. But boy, oh boy, Atom looks really, really great. And I can tell you guys now, if Atom finds this, I mean, you guys can see where Atom is. It is still very, very, very low. If Atom successfully breaks out of this structure, if it breaks out, there's nothing going on here. It's literally just going to accelerate here to the upside up until the point where it gets to $26. Okay, then the next major area of resistance is at $32, and then the all-time high is at $44. Okay, but I mean, looking at this structure over here, if you're a believer that Atom is one of those altcoins from a fundamental perspective that can potentially still come and claim the highs, you are still early. Can you see where you are? You are still very early, especially looking at the weekly time frame. Okay. You can even see here on the weekly time frame, green volume is only starting to kick in right now. Okay, red volume or purple volume in my case has been superseding all of this volume, and now we have a green candle that's starting to increase here at the moment. So I think any pullback, any significant pullback that you can get here on Atom, for me, is a buying opportunity. Okay, but I do have my spot bags loaded. Right. So you wanted to have a look at Atom. There's the higher time frame that I do see here at the moment. I do think that we're going to hit some resistance over here. And the reason I say that is, okay, you can see the low. I think that was the bear market low. We've actually now dipped dipped below the bear market low. So you're most likely going to get a rejection. But once you get the punch through, okay, it's a high time frame swing failure where you failed to break down the lows. It's as a failed auction. That's a better word. It's a failed auction. You get acceptance back above, you retest this area as support, and you could potentially skyrocket here to the upside. So I think the most important area for Atom to crack is this resistance at $6. Okay, at $6, and the top value resistance here at $15. This is the most important zone because you can see it's just been ranging, and it can continue to range in the zone. So I mean, you have to acknowledge, even from the bottom where we are, where price action is at the moment, to this top, okay, to this top over here, it's 170% away. So that's still significant gains. Okay, so that's the analysis on Atom. Let's quickly look at Atom here on the smaller time frame to see, okay, no real trade to be taken for me. Based on the price action that I see, it does have some nice little trends. But it's so aggressive here to the upside. This is not easy price action to trade. Okay, it's really not easy. There was a nice trend, but that's about it. That's the nicest trend that I see inside of that structure. This was all just like ETH, like a little bit of a mess. Okay, it's either that breakout or it's this one, and now you just have to sit on your hands and wait for proper consolidation. Dot. Let's go to dot. Mr. Dot, 13%, 88, 24%, 25%. Altcoins are just popping left, right, and center. I hope you've got your spot bags back. Oh, legends, I really hope that, and I know for most of you, for the pro members, I know, you've been sharing that you're buying up the dips. It's in accumulation zone. I just hope you've got your spot bags back, because if you didn't buy the dips, you're most probably regretting it right now. Okay, I should have bought the dips. I saw it. I didn't act on it. Dot, man, absolute. Look at this beautiful support that just held over here. Okay, that was the support that held. Is it dot? Yes. And then we were inside of this bullish structure or bullish trend that we broke out from. Okay. And now it's just accelerating here to the upside. The next area of resistance, okay, you can actually see I have a trading setup here on dot, right? Because I discussed it last week. You play the breakout. Price did not break out yet. Now it broke out. I said you play the breakout, you put your stop below the low, and then if I look at this price action over here, it's a little bit empty. Okay, it looks like price can accelerate once it breaks out over here, and that's what it's doing at the moment. There's a little bit of a stop in the road at $6. I do see a little bit of a stop in the road, but this is the next area of major support, also resistance, is at $6.4. So this price action could literally just continue until it hits 6.5. Let's call it $6.5, which is this area over here. So let me just take the scribble out. Let's zoom into this price action. I just want to show everyone what I mean, okay? Usually, when you have a nice little consolidation like this, and you have almost a straight line here to the downside that doesn't have nice consolidations like this, you are almost guaranteed that once price breaks out of this zone, okay, it's going to accelerate to the upside because there's nothing stopping it. There's no price action to the left that's going to slow it down. The only little consolidation area that I see is this little consolidation area where price could accelerate here to the upside. It hits this little bump in the road, it consolidates, and then it continues, because this is the major one. This consolidation area over here, okay, this is the major one. So that's also the weekly point of control of this entire range that dot has been in up until this point. I just want to see where I get that from again. I did delete it, so I think it's this entire consolidation area to where dot is at the moment. Yes. Okay, major resistance is only at $6.5. So if you are inside of this trade, that's your TP area. And it could either reject, make a little bit of a cool off, get a higher low, and continue the momentum to the upside. Or it smashes through, it flips the area into support, and then your next major area, I would say, is here by $7.7, and then the value area high at 8, or let's call it $9, and then you're back here at the highs at $12. Right, but Mr. Dot, you look absolutely strong here to the upside. So for those of you that did accumulate during this zone over here, well done. I do have some Dot in my spot bags. I really like it. I think it's a very strong coin. Okay, but this green dildo, it's not a place for me to FOMO in. You should have bought, if you wanted to buy spot bags, you should have bought here. Or even these lows. You buy the lows. That's where I also bought. I bought some of these lows. These dips, I bought some of these dips. And 5 November, 5 August, I bought some more. There's a trend breakout. I highlighted this trade last week inside of one of my streams. I highlighted this trade. This is why the trading setup is here. I spoke about Dot. Absolutely just ripping. And remember, if you'd like to come and trade this with me, link down in the description. Under exchanges, I've got Blofin, no KYC option. And they also have that competition running at the moment. I mean, yeah, there's just nothing here. That's why price is accelerating. Green volume is kicking in. Next area is over here. I think even if I take a fib from these pivots to the low, so yeah, in confluence, I would say with a 0.786, I think is where we're going to hit the first consolidation area, major consolidation. Okay, or something worthwhile talking about. Let me rather call it that, okay? Because price could literally just do this. You guys know the deal. It's just going to do this. Maybe when it gets here, it can go down a little bit and then it can continue. Okay, so I do expect a little bit of a pullback when we hit this zone at $6. And then maybe a larger correction when we hit the weekly point of control. Maybe we hit that weekly point of control. We make a larger correction. You want to find support above the highs. Okay, you have a consolidation area. You've broken out. It's very normal to come back for a retest. A lot of people might not believe that this is going to happen, but I can tell you guys, I see it happen all the time, and that is why I'm a patient trader. If I did not have a spot bag of Dot, this is what I would wait for. I would wait for $5. Then I will buy some Dot again. Okay, because you broke out of the range. You are going to hit major resistance at $6.5. You could get that pullback that finds support above the highs, right? So RS flip, you flip resistance back into support, and then you continue momentum here to the upside. Okay, what else? What else? Hello, could you take a look at StrikeX coin project? Let's do that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Let me like your super chat over here. Oh, for some reason I can't like super chat. Can I love it? I can love it at least. I'm loving your super chat over here. Let's take a look at XRP is breaking out, guys. XRP is breaking out. I know a lot of people don't like XRP, but it looks like it wants to go. It looks like it wants to go. Let's look at StrikeX. And you most probably didn't give me the right ticker, right? Is this it? Let's go have a look at coin market cap. I know everyone likes CoinGecko. I like coin market cap. Now, why are you doing this? Why are you? Oh, yeah. Okay. Strike X. Here we go. STRX. Let's go and have a look. Market cap 808. Relatively small market cap, but let's go have a look. Okay. Strike X. STRX USDT. 𝗖𝗍𝘂𝗿 has strike X. So if every, ooh, ish. Okay, let's go on to the daily. What is that it? Is that it? Am I maybe, let's try another one. Sorry, let me do this. STRX USDT. Let's try Bitmart. Guys, if I don't see proper price action, okay, this looks a little bit better. Yes, it is the same. Yeah, I sorry guys, I can't trade this. I mean, how do you trade this? You can't trade this. Sorry, I'm not going to waste everyone else's time by trading this. I mean, it's just weeks up and down at the moment. If you want to invest in Strike X, by all means, okay. It's just I can't trade this. I can't track this. The data is, it almost looks corrupted from the low liquidity inside of here. And I mean, from a simplicity perspective, you wait for the break of the trend and you play the breakout. That's all I can say. Okay, sorry, there's just absolutely nothing. I appreciate the super chat, but I mean, this to me is a bunch of BS, right? I can't do technical analysis on price action like this, except for a one-line strategy that I see over here potentially building out. And you can see as soon as liquidity enters the market, okay, as soon as the volume kicks in, then it starts fixing the price action. You don't see this crap, okay, as soon as volume starts kicking in. And the only data that's reliable here at the moment is this piece of data. So I would simply just wait for the break of the trend. That's it. That's all I can analyze over here. Okay, let me take that out the way. Legends, try and give 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽 large and medium-sized coins to chart. Yes, I mean, Strike is, guys, I appreciate the super chat for me to have a look at, but I mean, I can't chart that, right? I don't hold anything. I'm still waiting 3K BTC. Okay, cool. Legends, remember down in the description if you'd like to come and trade with me, the exchange. My favorite exchange that I'm going to do some aggressive trading on for the next 2 to 3 weeks is Blofin. At the moment, I'm going to do some aggressive trading here on Blofin because they've got this competition running. I know the link is not kind of, I'm sure if I paste it, maybe if I paste this link into my browser, it will work. I don't know what I did there. I just pasted that link incorrectly, and for some reason it's not working. Okay, but I'll get it sorted out. They've got that competition running at the moment, and there's still 1 day left before the competition starts. So it hasn't started yet, still 1 day left. Right, so I'm going to transfer some more serious cash into Blofin, and I'm going to go and trade that competition. Right, and then weeks, one of the exchanges with the lowest fees at the moment, still enjoying trading on them, and then 𝗖𝗍𝘂𝗿 and Bybit. But I'm going to focus for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to focus here on Blofin at the moment. Right. Also, no KYC exchange. Very loved. Proof of liquidity, proof of reserves, or high liquidity, proof of reserves. One of my favorite exchanges here at the moment. I'm going to go partake in this competition and kick some butt. Okay, cool. Here is the correct link. Ah, thanks, Mr. Crypto Big Brains. Let me just click on that and see if I can open it and show everyone. Yes, that's what I wanted. Thanks, Crypto Big Brains. Guys, Mr. Crypto Big Brains just shared it inside of the chat. So go click on that link to register for the competition. I'm going to go register after the stream. There's still 1 day left before the competition starts, and I'm going to trade. Well, I'm going to do most of my trades from all the altcoins and ETH and Bitcoin. I'm going to do here on Blofin. Right, really cool animation over here, by the way. Well done, Blofin. I'm going to trade this competition, and obviously, I think the higher the more volume you move, the more volume everyone moves together, the higher the price pool will become. And there's individual prizes, there's team prizes. Okay, so by using this link, you will then, I think we will form a team. I will come back to you guys tomorrow during my live stream, but it looks like using this link to register, we will form a team and we will trade together. So you'll have individual prizes based on your P&L, and we'll also have some team prizes. So really exciting over here. Really, really exciting, because I can see there's currently 263 teams at the moment, and these are the number of people at the moment. So go and register with the link that Mr. Crypto Big Brains has shared here at the moment, and we can go and trade together as a team to go and pick up some amazing prizes. Okay, Algo. I see someone asked for Algo. I just caught that in the corner of my eye because I also like Algo because I have a little bit of Algo. Not a big bag, but I do have some Algo. Mr. Algo, where did I hide you? Algorand? Algo? Here we go. I mean, wow. Wow. Guys, I cannot express to you how nice it is to see this from a spot perspective. Okay. But from a trading perspective, I can honestly tell you guys, there's just, you have to wait. Okay. We do have a nice little consolidation area over here that can provide support, and by these highs maybe we start slowing down by these highs, but the strongest area of resistance is by this support over here. So once price hits that support, maybe we're going to start seeing a consolidation. Okay, you want to then see us hold the highs as support for then a breakout and continuation back to the upside. But where price is at the moment, I mean, it's just it's not in a buy zone. But from an investment perspective, if I look at Algorand here on a daily time frame, you are then, you could argue that you're still early, right? It just depends on your risk appetite. Do you want to be that person? Because you guys now saw, okay, little drop here on dominance, a little drop here on dominance. Look at what the altcoins are doing, okay? Absolutely rampaging here to the upside. And if you don't have a spot bag of your favorite altcoins, you now see the reality of what you're potentially going to miss out when dominance gets a bigger drop here to the downside. Okay, so looking at Mr. Algo here on the daily time frame, and I mean we can even go into the weekly time frame. Okay, I do think that Algo has the potential to come and claim the highs, and if not the highs, at least the 0.78 or the 0.618. And I mean, from an investment perspective, you can then still see that you are early. Okay, you've hit the floor. This is the selling pressure is exhausted. It's a straight line here to the downside. You have these waves to the upside, but every time you hit the 12 cents area, you're hitting the floor. The selling pressure is exhausted. So looking at the structure here on the 1 week time frame, you can see, okay, you think that you are late, that you've missed the pump. And I can tell you guys now, even from a conservative perspective, if Algo finds the strength to break out here and we go into full-blown mode here to the upside, like it's done over here, and you're very conservative, you take profits here by $1.8, okay, you still have, from where price is at the moment to the 0.618, my word, you still have a 10x on your hands, okay? And I do think that Algo has the potential to go and claim the all-time highs. 20x, okay? But I'll be conservative at 10x, right? I mean, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Talk about, okay, people, when people zoom into the smaller time frames, this is what scares them. You didn't buy, okay? It broke out. You see this green dildo here to the upside. You're like, I missed it. I'm out. Oh, damn it. Okay. But when you zoom out, you go into the weekly time frame, you take stock of where the coin is, what it could potentially still do to the upside. Has it found the floor? You can then very quickly make that decision to say that, well, am I really still late for the party? Looking at this structure over here, okay, let me just drag my support down. You can see that Algo has found the floor, like with some of the other altcoins as well. It has found the floor, and this could potentially be the first wave of a bigger wave, a third wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here to the upside. Okay, so being extremely conservative here on the price of Algo, if I take a fib extension, measuring this wave from the low to the high to the low, you're looking at 50 cents from a conservative perspective. Okay. And I mean, that is still from where price is at the moment to the 0.618. Okay, that is a 2.5x, 2.4x. And I mean, that is extremely conservative, really, really extremely conservative. Cool. Where do we else? Muddy, welcome to the stream. Devil, do you think the alts have a pullback if Bitcoin does a pullback today to even 77K or 78? Keep running by themselves. Also, if you look at Bonk, for me, it's a confusing me. Yes. I mean, we all know that the altcoins follow the king, okay, which is Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin had to have a major pullback here to the downside, let's say it even comes back down here to $76,000 and even potentially lower, it's going to drag the alts with it, okay? As long as Bitcoin is consolidating sideways and grinding slowly to the upside, the altcoins will just continue to pump because Bitcoin dominance is continue to drop here to the downside. You could have that situation, okay? I have seen it happen in the past. You could have that situation. If I go onto the 1 hour time frame, let's play this out. Let's say, what if Bitcoin corrects this entire move over here? Okay, comes back to $76,000. It maybe creates a lower high and it comes back to trend over here. Okay, then I'll definitely be tracking that momentum, by the way. Okay, let's play the scenario. I have seen Bitcoin make major pullbacks like this, and then the altcoins will slightly go down with Bitcoin. So if this is, for example, a 11% pullback on Bitcoin, you might in some instances also see an 11, maybe a 15% pullback on Bitcoin, especially if dominance keeps on dropping, because it means that dominance is protecting the alt. So the alt will still pull back, but they won't bleed as hard, because we all know in most instances you see 11% pullback on Bitcoin and you'll see a 50% or a 30% pullback on your favorite altcoins. And that is especially when Bitcoin has a pullback to the downside, okay, and dominance goes up, Bitcoin's altcoins bleed. Okay, so your question is not an easy one. It really depends on altcoins. But what I can say for a fact is, if Bitcoin is going to make a larger correction to the downside, perhaps coming to bounce on this trend, creating yet again a higher low, okay, at $70,000 for continuation to the upside, it is most likely going to give you a nice little pullback on some of your favorite altcoins to get in, because you missed the pump here to the upside. I mean, boy, oh boy, right? Boy, oh boy, the altcoins are absolutely just exploding. And I can tell you guys now, just looking at DOT over here, it's not going to stop until it hits $5.4. It doesn't look like it wants to stop. It's not going to give you anything until it hits $5.4. It's just green volume is increasing. It's shooting here to the upside, not much resistance, except a FIB level with this underbelly resistance that I see here, but it's not significant for me. I think it's going to start slowing down by the 786. So let's see. Mr. Dot absolutely exploding, but I mean, even if I go here onto the daily time frame, you're still early. Okay. Wow, guys. I mean, technically, I cannot explain to you guys, okay, how beautiful this is. Technically. Like, this is why I've been buying the dips here. And I remember even with DOT and some of Algo, EGLD, I've been buying these lows, and I got some hate in the comments like, haha, you keep on buying the lows and it keeps on falling to the downside. And I said, well, that's my investment strategy. I keep on buying the dips because you never know when you're going to get the explosion to the upside. But technically, you can see that we have found the floor on DOT. This is the floor. This is potentially where it can go. And this is why you buy over here, because you want price to come back, claim the highs, and even make new all-time highs like Bitcoin is doing at the moment. Right? So looking at this structure on the daily time frame, okay, one could argue that you are still very early, even with this small little green candle here to the upside. Ton, yes, I did promise Ton here for the legend. Let's go have a quick look at Ton. I know a lot of people are bullish on Ton for some reason. Did I delete it? Here we go, Ton. 3% move today. What is happening with Mr. Ton? Let's go into smaller time frames. I have done some analysis. Ooh, was there a trade? Was there a trade that played out? My word, I spoke about this trade during Friday or Thursday. I spoke about this during Thursday, and it's actually broken out. And there's my first TP area. Okay, it's getting a rejection here by the highs. Okay, so quickly, what I spoke about on Thursday is this trend. Watch the breakout. Watch the breakout. Okay, and I said if you want to enter over here by this consolidation area, you put your stop below the lows. You target the highs over here as your TP1. Definitely a possibility. You can see where it's getting the reaction at the moment. As at these highs, I don't think it's going to stop here. Okay. So it still has some juice in the tank. So for those of you that did take this trade, you're now up already 11%. And I think that would be a TP1 area for me at $6, okay, which is 24% here to the upside. So that's basically what I see here on the price of ton. Not much else, okay? It's breaking out at the moment. You can't just FOMO into this trade. The train has left the station. I mean, let's go and look at the 15-minute time frame. Okay, what I will be tracking, maybe, okay, what I will be tracking is that trend. Set your alarm. If you want to still catch momentum here to the upside, I think that's your best bet, right? What I do like about what I'm seeing here at the moment is that it has successfully claimed these lows. I love that. That to me is a swing failure pattern. And if I was tracking this coin, that is where I would have gotten in. You come down, you sweep up the lows, you get acceptance back above, failing to go down lower. You enter with your stop below the wick, okay, and you target the high. So this to me is a way better entry than waiting for the break of the trend, because the trend might happen, the break might happen here, and then you have a higher entry. So this is me just combining different trading strategies. And this is why swing failure patterns to me is so powerful, because you get those entries and you can now already protect your position and have a free trade here to the upside. Okay, that's basically the analysis here on TON. Right, legends, thank you so much. Stream has been going on for an hour and 20 minutes. I still have some stuff I need to do for today on Sunday. I appreciate every single one of you. Please smash up the like for the alpha over here. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and cheers for now.